Welcome to Truth by Billie Beene. Today's date, May 17, 2026, time in Texas, about 1 p.m. And thanks for like, subscribe, and share. Could it be true that the U.S. will be out of motor oil at the end of this month? We'll talk about it. And is Iran testing a plutonium nuke? And the U.S. military appears to stage for a special forces event in the Middle East. So I have this from a Patriot subscriber. I believe in response to my recent video talking about all the conflicts going on in the world. And he says, it sounds like all hell is breaking loose. Gal, we live in biblical times. I agree, and I only covered the four main conflicts. The U.S., Israel, and Iran, the Ukraine and Russia, Cuba, and several others. But there are up to 200 areas globally where one human is killing another human. So yes, I agree with President Trump. It's time to stop the killing. These are all souls that are involved. So yeah, it's good to live in peace. And I have this from a Patriot subscriber in Florida. I don't know what is going on, but the prices are so high. You know, it's people can't afford to feed their families. And we see prices are demolishing people left and right. And I agree. And now we have this from U.S. Intel. So I've put out several videos with initial bits and pieces, information we've been getting about the availability of motor oil in the U.S. and other lubricants for cars and trucks. Now more news. So the last tanker of crude oil from the Middle East to reach the U.S. docked in Long Beach on May 3rd. So we've had no more shipments of crude oil from the Middle East. And May 12, according to U.S. Intel, already suppliers inside the U.S. were beginning to tell their retail arms about an unavailability coming very soon of motor oil and other lubricants for cars and trucks. So we had May 12, Mobil and Shell telling Costco, Walmart, AutoZone, and other O'Reilly and other car and truck suppliers that they foresaw a major drop in the availability of motor oil by the end of May. We have May 17, U.S. Intel. Toyota is releasing bulletins to about their Toyota vehicles that recommending the temporary use of OW20 motor oil in place of OW8 and OW16 because the Shell plant in Qatar is offline. So that means that certain Toyota cars and trucks that use certain motor oils are being directed by Toyota to temporarily use a different type of oil. So that's going on. And we have this. So we have the leader of Germany, Merz, who just about a week ago took a poke at President Trump. Now Merz has taken a poke at the American people and the American education system, saying he wouldn't let his children come to America to be educated. Now we know that Merz is a German leader who is totally focused on all money in Germany, going to weapons and German military to begin a coalition of Germany and other European nations in war against Russia very soon in the future. And while he's concentrating on weapons and military, he totally disregards any needs of the German people and takes pokes at President Trump verbally and publicly and the American people. I got this to say to Merz. How did those dust-ups between Germany and Russia work out in the past? And as for America, shut up. So that's going on. And we have this from Israeli News Live. There have been 2 earthquakes within the past 12 to 16 hours near Tehran in the magnitude 4. And it's being put forth by some sources that it's believed that Iran is testing a plutonium nuke. Now, all we've been hearing that Iran had is uranium. Who could be the source of plutonium for, Iran? That would, most likely be Russia. And we've even had Iran in peace talk meetings with the U.S. state that they had uranium at 60%, and they could easily juice it up to 90% weapons grade in a few weeks. Well, now a source from the Middle East is putting forth that it's possible Iran is testing a plutonium nuke. So that's going on. And we have what's up with shipping. The Strait of Hormuz, we know, continues to be blocked. That's why we're seeing a shortage of motor oil in the U.S. and other lubricants for cars and trucks. And Sal M. of What's Up with Shipping puts out, CENTCOM states that the U.S. blockade has turned around 78 Iranian or Chinese ships trying to run the blockade and has disabled 4. And that we're seeing around Karg Island, that's an island adjacent to Iran's coastline, where Iran has all their oil pipelines running to this island. Then the tankers pull up to offload the oil. This is their main staging area for their oil shipments. Up to 80 or 90% of Iran's oil is shipped off of this Karg Island. And it's we've heard in the past day or so of a oil spill taking place near Karg Island. It's believed that Iran is out of tankers and out of storage for oil. They don't want to shut down the wells because that could stop them from producing in the future. So they're dumping the oil into the Persian Gulf. And we have this from the Navy Channel. Yes, within the past 7 to 10 days, we saw a Navy ghost ship called the MV Ocean Trader docking at Diego Garcia. It's believed that the U.S. is prepping for a Special Forces event in Iran, and this ship carries 159 Special Forces, including Navy SEALs, plus docking in Diego Garcia. We have 2 Marine expeditionary ships carrying 2,082nd Airborne troops. It's being put forth the possibility that the U.S. may take over Karg Island or other islands near Iran that Iran is using as a toll booth operation to let certain ships pass through the Strait of Hormuz in exchange for $2 million, all of which is illegal, according to maritime law. We have this also from Israeli News Live, that today, just in the past hour or so, Iran has hit a nuke reactor in the UAE with drones. It's believed this is in retaliation for the UAE and the U.S. hitting Iran's nuclear reactors in the past. So this concludes my flash update. Apparently, it would be good to buy motor oil for your car or truck and the filters because sources indicate there's also a shortage of oil filters, so it might be good to stock up. I love you, and I'll see you soon.